Hey everybody, and welcome back into Lumpy's Lounge. Thank you so much to those of you who have checked out my other videos. I've gotten all sorts of positive comments and feedback and likes and all kinds of things like that that really makes me appreciate all of you. You can let me know in the comments how you think we're doing, what other kinds of things you would like to see us do. Like I said in my original introduction video, I'm going to do all kinds of things here. I'm not just going to do reaction videos and things, although that'll be a good chunk of what goes on, but I'm going to do all kinds of other stuff. Just like today, I'm going to talk a little bit about a couple of groups that I'm in. If you checked out my Rowdy Roddy Piper video, and if you didn't, go ahead and do so, please. But I mentioned in that video that my hobby is I am a costumer. I do have some costumes that I use for fun, like the Hulk Hogan costume that's in the Roddy Piper video, but a majority of what I do is as a part of two different groups that work together, the 501st Legion and the Rebel Legion. Now, both of these groups, if you're not familiar with them, are Star Wars-based costume groups, right? Meaning that's the general idea behind the groups is to have as close as possible to movie-accurate costumes as we can. We want to look like, when we go out and around in public and see people and go places, we want to look like we stepped right off of the movie set. The 501st Legion is all of the bad guys from the Star Wars universe. It was originally started back in 1997 and has grown from there into literally a worldwide organization. There are chapters in every state. There are chapters in many, probably close to 50 different countries around the world now. There was a time we had members on all 7 continents, including Antarctica. Yep, we had a member that was a research scientist in Antarctica, and he took his stormtrooper costume with him. It's a shame he wasn't a snowtrooper being down in Antarctica, but you can't have everything now, can we? So the 501st was started for all of the bad guys in the Star Wars universe, which means eventually there became a need for a good guy group. And that's what the Rebel Legion was when it was founded in 2000, a spot for all of the good guys. Now, our two groups work together pretty much all of the time. And what we do is, our deal is, most of what we do is charity-based, community-based. We'll do, fundraisers. We will do hospital visits. Obviously not in the middle of pandemics and things like that, but before all of that hit, and hopefully coming up here sometime fairly soon again, a lot of what we do is community-based, charity-based. We'll go to schools, and help with fundraisers. We go to Cub Scout, Boy Scout banquets. We do fun things like, comic conventions and, some different minor league and professional sporting events, different kinds of things like that. I originally got started in December of 2008. I was approved, and that's the other part of being a member of this group, is there is an approval process. Because they want the costumes to look so authentic, there is an approval process. There are a series of steps. There are different things that you have to have. So I started in December of 2008 with a Biker Scout costume. Shortly after that, I was lucky enough to get myself into and manage to spend the next several years being Darth Vader. But then I got bit by the Wookiee bug. And I put together a Chewbacca costume that I wore for a number of years. I had drywall stilts that I wore because Chewbacca's pretty tall. And I had to stop for a little while, for a number of years, because those drywall stilts were starting to bug my feet and my knees and my back and things like that. I just recently, because I have some very talented friends, had another Chewbacca costume put together. And I am looking very, very forward to getting back out and letting Chewie see people once again. But I want to show you a little video that was put together by one of our members a number of years ago. I think it's probably 10 years ago now. And the member's name, he goes by the name of Grimlock. And I want to show this to you just so you can get an idea of what it is we do. There are several pictures of me because when they requested pictures to put this video together, I sent some in. So there are several pictures of me. I'll point those out as we get to them. Why we do this? Because people ask. There's some of the good guys. That's me there in the Biker Scout costume. Photo at one of the big conventions. That's me at an autism walk as Darth Vader. That's me as Chewie. Chewie's a hugger. There we go. Salvation Army bell ringers, absolutely. Amazing how many kids aren't scared. You'd think they would be, but a whole lot of them aren't. See? They're not so tough. Leukemia fundraiser. Gotta watch that cape on the escalators. That's actually me and my son in that picture, so that's a special picture to me. That's me. That's me with my buddy Autumn. That's Chewie with Autumn. That's me. Kind of put all mine together in one big bunch, a lot of them. capturing the kids. See, we even have people that build different droids like R2 and those kinds of things. There you go. That's what a big smile is. That's what it's about right there. So there you have it. There's a little sampling of some of the stuff that we do with the 501st and the Rebel Legions. A lot of good memories in that video. I pop it in every once in a while, or pull it up. I guess you don't really pop anything in anymore. Again, I'm old. Sorry, that's what happens. But I pull it up every once in a while just to kind of bring all those memories back, because it does bring some smiles. I'm going to guess, if you've made it this far, and I greatly appreciate it if you have, that you're probably falling in one of two groups. Either you're looking at this saying, holy cow, that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I would love to do something like that. How do I get involved? 501st.com, 501st.com, or rebellegion.com. Find the name and the website of the local chapter in your state or your province or your country. They'll start you on your way. They'll let you know where you need to look, who to get things from, who not to get things from. Or you're looking at this saying, what is the matter with these people that they would volunteer their time? Because that's the other part of it. We're all volunteers. The groups have an agreement, originally with Lucasfilm and now with Disney, that we don't make money off of our appearances. So that's why most everything is for a community group or a charity or a school or whatever. Because we can either be ambassadors for Star Wars, or we can be copyright infringements, whichever they prefer to look at us as. So that's why we tend to play by their rules. So you might be looking at it saying, why would these people give up their time, spend their money, put in all this hard work to put these costumes together when they're not getting paid? Well, I'm going to leave you with one quick little story. When you have an 8-year-old little girl, and the only reason you know she's a little girl is because when you're visiting her in the hospital worker that is taking you around tells you it's a little girl because she's there for leukemia treatment, so she has no hair. But when you get that little girl who gets out of her bed and makes her grandmother wheel her IV pole down the hallway so that she can catch up to Chewie and give Chewie a hug, you tell me if it's worth it or not. Can't wait to be back out and seeing everybody. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll see you next time in Lumpy's Lounge.